All right, man. We're on live, man. How's everybody doing out there? You got Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. I have the legendary Leon Muhammad on the phone. And if anybody don't know who Leon Muhammad is, man, do yourself a favor. Go back to boxing college and find out. Leon, tell these guys who you are. Will you please, my brother?
I'm listening. Would you call me about Marvin Hagler? What you want to know about Marvin Hagler?
Yesterday I wanted to talk about Marvin because yesterday was the second anniversary of Marvin's death. And I love Marvin. I saw him a couple of times. I went to see him train down in Provincetown. How about sharing some memories of Marvin Hagler, bro?
Marvin was one of my favorite guys. I don't know too much about him. All I know, I watched him 4 times in all his fights. The 3 in Philadelphia, as a matter of fact, the 4 in Philadelphia against Benny Briscoe, Cyclone Hart, Boogaloo Rock, and William Monroe, and John the Beast Mugabe, and Ray Leonard, 5 fights. I don't know nothing about him. I don't care nothing about him. It is what it is, bro.
All right, man.
That's all I know about it. I saw when he lost twice in Philadelphia. I saw when he beat Benny and Cyclone Hart, and I saw when Ray Leonard beat him April 1987. So that's all I know about it.
All right, man. Hey, let's talk about boxing, bro. I can talk about boxing with you forever, man. What do you want? What's happening? What's happening with you in boxing these days?
Hey, I'm around. Basically, I only do stuff with Top Rank. Basically, the game done dried up, man. Game DK, whoever say he had down the road. We lost the great Bobby Goodman, a great matchmaker, promoter. May he rest in peace. All the old timers is gone. There's nothing really to talk about. All the old timers, these new guys, they don't know left hook from a fish hook. So ain't nothing to talk about. Because they don't know nothing. You got a card that was set for Atlanta. You couldn't even get a stable opponent. Talking about the card that supposed to happen in Atlanta.
Adrian Broner.
Yeah, the card fell through. I mean, a promotion is only good as its team. You can say what you want about DK. DK had a hell of a team. We did what we were supposed to do. His team, he made the deal. He handed down to Al Braven. Braven handed down to Bobby. Bobby handed down to me and Carl. And we got it done. Dana, everybody did what it was supposed to do. But when you got these new companies jumping in boxing that don't have the qualified people to put on good, decent shows. Man, a guy called me today, wants me to do the undercard for Tank Davis. I don't want to do no undercard for Tank Davis. Tank Davis got to turn himself in a few weeks after the fight, man. So I don't want to get involved with that. I'll do a little something here and there for Top Rank. And Russell Tuff got something going, he'll call me again. Otherwise, I'm basically retired, Bruce, because it ain't there no more. But my mind is in it, but my heart ain't in the game no more. And I don't want to check on a project and don't do a good job. So that's why I just do a little something every now and then for Top Rank. If Bruce Trampler, Brad Goodman call me, those have been my guys for 40 or 50 years. And I help them. Otherwise than that, it ain't nothing to do. Because it really, Bruce, the game ain't what it used to be. When the radio fights is going, you remember the Friday night radio fight, Bruce?
Oh yeah, I do. The Gillette fights.
I mean, I used to go to the Blue Horizon, North Philly against West Philly, South Philly against Southwest, South Philly West against North Philly fighters. I mean, the Tyrone Edwards, the Benny Briscoe, the Cyclone Hart, all them guys is gone forever. William Monroe is gone. Boogaloo, if he's still around, he old and sick. The game is gone. The game is dead, man.
How about those old fights? What's some of the greatest memories you had, bro? Let's bring some of those memories back. Let's share some of these memories.
The greatest war that I saw at the spectrum, I would say the war between Cyclone Hart, I believe it was Cyclone Hart, and a guy you might remember, Stanley Kitten Hayward.
What was his name again?
Hell of a fighter.
What was his
he
name?
Had guys like Charlie Scott, great fighters. He was just as dangerous as Ray Robinson. He could hit you with that left hook, knock you out backing up. I've seen the guys, the Ike Williams. I've seen them guys, I met and used to walk with the old time like Bob Cat Montgomery, Ike Williams. I used to sit down in the barber shop. Them guys used to tell me how this thing go. You don't have that no more. Old timer coming and sit down in the gym, showing them the young kids how to throw a little good hook, good right hand, good uppercut. You don't have that no more, boo. I said, I don't even go to the gym. Let's say I got a guy, a 10 round, somebody on a card, a fight for one of my IBF, USB title. I don't go to the gym because there's nothing there. Guys come to the gym in Mercedes. Bruce, in our day, guys walked to the gym, caught the bus to the gym. Gym had no air conditioning. The gyms I come in out of Philadelphia, they had garages underneath them. They fixing them up and smoke coming in the gym. You still work out, man.
Yeah, we just
America.
They're not made of what they used to be made of, Muhammad. I don't get it, man.
And you're right. In my humble opinion, Bruce, corporate America done destroyed boxing. Corporate America destroyed boxing when you got these lawyers jumping in the game, giving these fighters $2 and $3 million brand new Mercedes before they even had the first amateur fight. It ain't like when ABC gave Duba all that money for the 84 team. Them guys earned it. They should have got a signing bonus. Them guys coming out the amateurs, half of them coming from poverty. Them guys deserve the bonus. But I'm talking about these guys just have 30, 40 amateur fight. A lawyer think they going somewhere and he gave him $200,000, $300,000 buy him a new Mercedes. He coming to the gym with an entourage and he ain't had his first fight. That's not boxing, Bruce.
No.
You know, I only go to top ranked shows. And if it wasn't the top ranked show, and much as I love Shakur and love his grandfather, I wouldn't be going to that fight he got coming up because of the guys around him, the guys around me. So you gotta remember, all Bob Arum crew, his main crew, is over 60. Those guys have been with Bob 30 and 40 years. Them guys that had the road, the Pete Susan, the Bruce Trampler, the youngest one in that crew is Brad Goodman. And he 2 years away from being 60, and he's been over there 30 years. And the girl that did all the reservation stuff, she just got tired and retired. Angie Jackson, been there for 40 years. It's over because you don't have the fight game don't have the spot no more, Bruce. You don't have the fighters to show the fans love and respect. You have these guys clowning in nightclubs and the TV station. They don't promote the morality contract. So I just don't have certain fights. I may have interest in, but it ain't like the old days, Bruce.
Oh,
With the Leonard, the Hearns, even though I was a Marvin Hagler fan, may he rest in peace. But my brother-in-law, James Schuler, in them days, you didn't have the flashy promoters nowadays, like the Butch Lewis, the Ledubas are gone, and him and George Benton, rest in peace. Those were the stars of the game. The Georgia Benton, the John Conte, the Al Brayman, the Freddie Brown, the Ray Arcel. Those were the stars. I wasn't the star. I was under them, so I know how this thing goes. You see what I'm saying, Bruce?
Yes, I do,
it's no enthusiasm in the game no more. You might see enthusiasm, you and your fans, but I don't see it.
So what's going to happen to boxing, Leon? Is it going to die?
You understand what I'm saying to you, my brother?
Yes, I do, my man. Yes, I do, man. You know, I don't have the wisdom and the experience that you do back in the game, but I'm kind of hoping boxing stays around, man. You know, I love boxing, and you know, it excites me every day.
And you're right, Bruce. Bruce, the game gonna be around forever. But the game is not the game that we know. See what I'm saying?
Tell me about it.
See, Bruce, you and I don't know if your fans remember, but you and I remember when so and so was like, "Oh man, I'm taking all work. I'm going down the show. I'm going to the God. I'm going up to Jimmy Birchfield got a nice car up in Rhode Island. I'm going to the Jimmy show. Call Jimmy, I'm coming up.
The classic restaurant.
Come on up, man. I'll take care of you. Those were the stars. Those were the guys that had put on the good club car. You know what I know, Bruce. One of those good club cars, like the Blue Horizon.
And it doesn't happen anymore. The Blue Horizon was the best, man. Tell me about some of the best fights over the Blue Horizon.
You say what you want about Russell Peltz. Russell Peltz put on some hell of a shows at the Blue Horizon. I was a part of a lot of them. I had a lot of fighters fight for Russell Peltz. I can't say nothing about Russell and his family. Russell's my guy. I've known Russell a long time. I had a world champion with Russell, two champions with Russell. Prince Charles Williams, who beat Bobby Ted October 29th, 1987, on the undercard of Tommy Hearns and Warren Rodan, Michael Nunn and Donnell Knox. It was a triple hit at the Hilton. That's over 30-something years ago. I've been in this thing almost 60 years. So, I mean, and I had Kasim Umar. I was with Charlie Choo Brown. Russell had some good fighters, Alfonso Heyman, Cyclone Hart. I mean, he had Benny. Look how many times Benny Briscoe fought for the world title. Bruce, didn't get no tougher. A lot of those middleweights in that time, they ducked Benny Briscoe.
They did, and Benny Briscoe had some wars with Marvin Hagler too.
Yeah, I think they would have fought once. I'm not really into Marvin Hagler, so I never really fought.
All right, man. You know, I'm a New England boy. I love Hagler. How about one of my Philadelphia favorites? In fact, I just spoke on him the other day. I did a little thing for Tim's channel.
You know what?
Leon, how about Matthew Saad Muhammad? Tell me about some of the wars you saw Matthew Saad Muhammad in.
Matt Franklin, a.k.a. Matthew Saad Muhammad. What a fighter. Wow. What a warrior. One of the best comeback fighters in the history of the sport. As the late Butch Lewis would say, in the history of the sport. Saad Muhammad, Marvin Johnson, the great war with Saad Muhammad, Yaki Lopez, Saad Muhammad. When Saad Muhammad fought Dwight Muhammad Kwawi, a.k.a. Dwight Paxton, come out of Warwick prison, Saad Muhammad was at the end of the road. Yeah. I begged Bilal Muhammad, who was his manager. I said, listen, he can't beat Kwawi. He's done too many wars. Take the payday. We offer him $1.5 million. Butch Lewis sent me to see him and Baha Muhammad and Murad Muhammad, who was our promoter, and I begged them to fight Michael Spinks. I said, take the fight with Michael Spinks. And Michael Spinks are just Kwawi off. Kwawi was made to order for Michael Spinks. But Saad Muhammad, you get no better than that, Bruce. It comes no better than Saad Muhammad. I prayed when he was in his glory. I prayed that the Petronellis was dumb enough to move up your boy Marvin Hagler so Saad could have knocked him out. Listen, I'll never forget.
Damn.
We won the title with Prince Charles Williams. See, everybody think I never thought that Marvin Hagler was that good. He just was one of the best conditioners that I saw in my time in boxing. I never thought he was that good. I never thought he was that good. The guy banned his own hometown, New Jersey, guy with the Petronelli, he forgot where he came from. I never had no respect for him. Because when you ban where you come from, you ban your roots, then I ain't got no love for you. I never thought he was that good. I just thought he was well conditioned, and and the guys that he fought, he fought a Philadelphia fighter that should never. K. Manley, who was with Top Rank. and Bob Ed was doing business with the Petronelli. You know how this thing goes, Bruce, better than anybody. Your fans may not know, but I know how this thing goes. You know how it goes. So everybody says Haggard this, Haggard that. I never thought much of it. And I've been in this business a long time, and I saw all the great middleweights that come before him and after him. I never thought he was that great. I always thought the old timers like Rocky Graciano, Colin Montillo, I thought all them guys would have knocked him out. In my personal humble opinion, I never thought he was that good. Just well conditioned. See, if you well conditioned, you outshine the next guy being in condition. And then a lot of the guys he fought didn't know how to fight a southpaw. See, when those guys that beat him, Willie the Worm and those guys, they had the method, but they didn't have good chins, him and Boogaloo. And Haggard was overpowered him because of his condition. I never thought he was that good. Bruce, you may say I'm crazy, but you may love him, but I never thought he was that good, Bruce.
Bro, your opinion is golden, bro. You can think whatever you want. And damn, I respect your opinion so much, my brother. Hey, bro, I got Mad Chad out here, and he's saying he's a Marvin Hagler fan from day one, bro, and he feels you're speaking blasphemy out there.
Bruce, I always said in all the interviews live on the radio, I always said that he one of the best conditioned fighters I've seen in my 55 years of boxing. Best condition. I just wouldn't thought he was the greatest people thought he was. I mean, let me tell you something. Bruce, I've been around a long time. When the old timers got beat, they didn't cry like a baby or like a girl. They came back and got revenge. If you thought Las Vegas, if you thought the power was to beat, put the gloves on and strap up against Ray again. The deal was there. Mike Trainer was ready to make the deal with the Petronellis. He said no more. Then he could get on the microphone and tell Jim Lankin, I told you about Las Vegas. Don't cry to Jim Lankin. Get back in the gym and get your revenge. That's what I really didn't like him. Can you cry? The judges gave it to Ray. Ray out-hustled him. And you should know going into the fight. First of all, Bruce, see a lot of guys know fight, but they don't know the business part of it. See, you know the business part of it. That's the difference. That what makes me and you different. We know the business part of it. If you got a guy that's selling 100,000 t-shirts, why you won't give it to a guy that's selling 5,000 t-shirts? It doesn't make sense. I'm not saying the judge was right that night, April 87. I'm not saying they was wrong. But Ray Robinson wouldn't cry about it. Carmen Bonzilio, Rocky Graciano, Jake LaMotta would say, Jake LaMotta would have put pressure on the Petronelli, but we're going to do this again. See, that's what should have happened. He cried. That's why a lot of people, his legacy ain't what it should be, because you cry like a baby, bro. When the judges didn't give it to you, I beat him, I made him fight. But don't cry. Tell the Petronelli to go upstairs and talk to Mike Trainer, let's do it again. That comment, the comments that he made, in my humble opinion, I could be wrong. I ain't no angel. But in my humble opinion, boosting in your fans, I think that the comments he made with Jim Rankin, instead of saying when Jim Rankin said, can we do it again? And the other guy I would say, can we do it again? I got to think, well, ain't nothing to think about. If you think the judges robbed you, Ray Robinson, Carmen Bazilio, Rocky Garza, and Jake LaMotta would say, we're going to do this again. Jake went downtown, and the boys would have made Patrick the Petronelli do it again. So I think that destroyed his legacy because of him crying about that Ray Leonard thing.
Man, I'm not going to second guess you, Leon, because you're inside.
No, I mean I'm saying, Bruce, I'm putting it out there for people to understand. The old timers that you and I met and know at the end of their career, some guys didn't cry when they lose. They did it again. How many times did Ray and Jake did it? 6 times. Jake won one. What he always told, you couldn't knock me out, Ray. Ray said that one of the toughest SOBs he ever fought because he had heart. See, I'll never forget. And I tell you who, Jim Lankin is around. He was sitting there. Jim Lankin, was sitting there. Jim Langley was sitting there, and Russell Peltz was telling us. He was sitting there. We had just beat Bobby Chad. I said to the person that we was in the Hilton. We was in the lounge. Matter of fact, Marlon called that fight that night between, he was a commentator that night, between the first fight between Bobby Chad and Prince Charles Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby knocked us down. You know, Bobby had a lot of power, Bobby Chad. So I told the Prince, I said, just hold on, work your jab, because he can't see nowhere. So we beat him up, tore him up, and Tommy Parks, the great trainer out of Newark, who started Marvin hanging around the gym in Newark before he got to the Petronale, to tell that it should be, stopped the fight. And when I said, Marvin, you can come up and fight us. We'll give you a shot. I said, Russell right here. Russell, go upstairs and talk to the Petronales right now. He said that night, he said, I'm done. That was like 5 or 6 months after he lost the ring. I mean, I can see if you're done, you walk away. But don't walk away bitter a game that's been good to you, fed you and your 5 children. That's the problem that I have with him. And when you bring the judges, the commission, and all that, and like that stupid stuff Waller just did a year or 2 ago, that's why, Bruce, a lot of people don't buy the fights no more or watch the ESPN fights, the local fights. Bruce, because they got a better taste because some of these fighters, man, when they lose, fighters fighting once a year. Bruce, you and I know of fighters that fought every 2 or 3 weeks. Like the old time, the Charlie Scott, the Bob Montgomery, the Ike Williams, the Gavilons, the Saad Muhammad fought every 30, 40 days. Russell kept him busy. See what I'm saying?
Leon, let me take you back. Were you at the Yaki Lopez fights? Were you at those fights?
I was at both of them.
Tell me about that second fight. That what was it, the 8th or 9th round? How many? Oh,
I'm gonna tell you about that second fight. There was an old trainer, my black godfather from Savannah, Georgia, out of Philadelphia. He had Ernie Terrell. Old legendary trainer Sam Solomon.
Sam Solomon, yeah.
Sam was on the verge of stopping that fight. He said, Yaki Lopez had Saad out. But Saad Muhammad didn't do so much as an orphan. Bruce, he said, don't stop the fight, Sam. I'm going to get him. I got the timing and get Yaki. Yaki had him. Pete, did you see how Yaki eye was hanging out?
Oh, that was
You would never get a better fight. Those, to me, were 2 of the greatest light heavyweight fights in history.
Absolutely.
Bruce, it gets no better. I worked so hard, Bruce, to make that fight between Michael Spinks and Saad Muhammad. I was so close and so bitter. I didn't talk to Morag for 2 years. I said, you taking the fight against a guy just got out of prison, the Camden Buzzsaw, known then as Dwight Bryson, a.k.a. later Dwight Muhammad Kwawi, stopped Saad Muhammad in the 10th round. A year earlier, or 2 earlier, Saad would have stopped Kwawi. But Saad was burnt out, man. Bruce, that second fight with Yaki Lopez, I don't see how both of them did collapse. To me, that second fight, to me, in my humble opinion, being around the fight team almost 60 years, it was just as good as the Thrilling Manila.
Somebody has a question for you. They want to know about the purse. Do you know anything about the purse split with Spinks and Kwawi? It's something. It was on Jetman.
What?
The purse split was there a big thing about the purse split with Dwight Mohammed Kwawi and Michael Spinks?
About the purse bid?
Yeah, Kwawi. Somebody says Butch Lewis on the cover with Spinks said Kwawi titled $4 million I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I don't get the question, but was it?
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
All right, man. Here we go.
I'll tell you what happened. I was there and I was with Butch. What happened was there was $4 million on the table. There was $4 million. Kwawi, there was $4.5 million. Kwawi took two. And no, Kwawi took 2.5. Michael took 2 with a non-clause, a rematch clause. If we win, you get no clause. Because Kwawi had 1 title and Michael Spinks had 2. But we worked out the rematch. When we got set for the rematch, we were up in Canada. Kwawi snapped and said, "I'm not fighting." That was a week when his brother killed his father. Butch said, "You want to postpone the fight?" He said, "I'm not going to fight Michael. I don't have to. It's not in the clause." We didn't care because Kwawi was difficult to deal with anyway. But that magazine was true. Kwawi got 2.5. His people got 2.5. We never knew what Kwawi got. Kwawi wound up. First, he was with Murad Muhammad when we made that fight. And then he later left Murad and went with Rock Newman. I know he made a lot of money from the Dupers. He made he got all his money on the end by fighting Foreman, Holyfield twice, and when he won the cruiserweight title, he got a hell of a payday. I think Emmanuel Stewart got him $1.2 million.
And Leon Spinks was Leon Spinks must have been.
So what the gentleman is saying about that purse for that fight, Kwawi got the most money because Michael Spinks, we bought away the rematch clause because Kwawi brought in the WBC title, and we already had the IBF and the WBA. So whoever asked that question, they are right. That's what happened.
Why was that such an easy fight for Michael Spinks?
Because, see, Michael Spinks was an awkward fighter. And he hit you with so many punches, with so many angles, Kwawi couldn't deal with Michael. See, Saad Muhammad was straight up. Kwawi was a straight up fighter. Push your back, kept smiling, kept throwing that uppercut. Michael Spinks was twisting and turning. Michael Spinks won every round, except 1 and 2. So Michael Spinks was a difficult fighter to beat. Michael Spinks would have beat all of them. You see Michael Spinks beat everybody Saad Muhammad beat. All of them. And what's the boy that just died? The boy that just died was a prison guard in New Jersey, Bruce. I know his name. His first name started with an R. Had 4 shots at the title, at the light heavyweight title. Like Billy Briscoe had 4 shots.
Was that Jerry Martin?
The prison guard. Richie Cates.
Oh, Richie Cates. What a fight with Saad Muhammad Richie Cates had.
Yeah, what a fight! And listen, and Saad Muhammad had all of them had a tough with the guy that's still living. And from Philadelphia, he's still a little nutty. All of them had a tough time with him. Jerry the Bull Martin.
Jerry the Bull Martin, yeah. Jerry beat James Scott, didn't he? I know you do, brother. I know you do, man.
And see, a lot of people don't understand the promotion game. And like the gentleman asked the question, Butch Lewis was a different kind of guy to deal with. Butch was my guy, my family. Butch was a car salesman. Butch could sell you anything. and getting back to Saad and Yaki, Bruce, did you ever
interruption, but I'm back again. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm back again. Hey, how about the rematch with Michael Spinks and Eddie Mustafa Muhammad? There was a problem on the scales because right now it's a lot about scales right now. With Tank and with Ryan Garcia. Oh no, I lost Leon. Let me let me call him back over here, man. Let me call him back. I got disconnected here, and I'm talking to the great Leon Mohammed on the line here. I know Matt Chad. He's not a big fan of Marvin Hagler, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion, brother. And that's why I respect you, my man, because.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. He called me. I think he called me on my cell phone. Leon, I got to call you back on the other line, okay? I think he heard me. Here we go.
Yeah, hello.
Here we go, my brother. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this for a few minutes, then I gotta run.
All right.
Listen, Bruce, did you ever watch the fight between Michael Spinks and Yaki Lopez?
Yes, I did, my brother.
What a fight!
That was a defense. Michael Spinks defended his title, didn't he?
And Bruce, I was just watching before you text me earlier when Michael Spinks knocked out Marvin Johnson.
Michael was a warrior. He was one of the best 175 pounders out there.
But you know what? I'm gonna go as far as this. The only one coming in, the old timers, Michael would have beat Harold Johnson and all them guys. But the only one, and Michael Spinks would have beat the Sheriff, and he would have beat Jake Tiger. The only one who would have gave Michael Spinks problem would have been the old mongoose because of that style. And then Michael had both weird styles. And like all them guys, the side beat Port, John Conte and all them guys, Mike Spinks would have froze all them guys. And the guy told me today, argued me down, a guy from West Philly, because he knew Harold real well. He said, man, Harold Johnson, listen, Harold Johnson would have not beat Michael Spinks because of that style Michael had. It was an awkward style. You see all them guys ducked him. Even Bertie Hill, when he won the title, he ducked him. And I mean, the toughest guy, I mean, a guy that gave us some trouble, man. Did I told you no trouble? I tell you, a guy, man, if he came before us, he'd been champion. That Diamond Jim McDonald, he was a tough fucking Marine.
Yeah, he was. Him, yes, I do, bro. He got beat by Spinks, didn't he?
Yeah. Listen, before Michael knocked him out, he was ahead on 2 scorecards.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was.
I'm right there in Atlantic City. I was in Atlantic City in Vegas.
Tough white kid, man. Tough white kid.
And then the other kid that we fought wasn't ready. I don't know what he went on to do after he fought us. Was the white kid that Al Brayman and Freddie Brown had, David Sears.
David Sears, man. Oh man,
I know them all,
bro. You're jarring this old man's memory.
These guys. See, I notice boxing fans today. They're good people, good fans, but they don't know about the old timer that sweat and blood, sweat and tears and fought and cried and scratched to get a shot at the crown. Them the guys I respect. I don't respect these guys today, Bruce. You just get a shot because you were so and so. Bruce, David Sears, them guys, Jim McDonough, them guys had to scrape their way to the top. And look at all the shots that Yaki Lopez had. That shit didn't come easy for Yaki.
Mm-hmm.
Yaki got 5 shots at the title. Never could bring it home. But he kept himself in a position to get a shot at the title.
That's something we don't see today. One more thing I want to ask you about, Leon. Can we talk a little bit about the great James Black Gold Schuler?
I heard you, man. Bring tears to my eyes, man. Bruce, you know that's my brother-in-law, right?
Yeah, I do, man.
Bruce, let me say this in all fairness, and I want your fans to understand this. I've always thought, Butch and I thought, the right setting, the right night, James would have beat Marvin Hagler. Remember, Marvin Hagler don't get the McGarvey fight that we don't step aside. And I'm going to tell you this. Am and Emmanuel Stewart, he's gone, but Jackie Callum's still around.
Mm-hmm.
She'll check. They gave us $250,000. Gave me $250,000. My father-in-law, the late Paul Schuler, said, take it, but what we get in return. They gave us $1.5 million to fight Tommy. We voted to fight Tommy November 85. But James, he sprung his hand. And so the fight was postponed to March 10th. You remember that fight that night? It was raining cold in Las Vegas. It was Marvin Hagler, Johnny B. McGarvey, James Black Gold Schuler, Tommy Hitman Hearn, Gabby Canizales, and Richard Sanderboy. Am I right, Bruce?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
It was on a Monday night, March 10th, 1986. I'll never forget as long as I live. Because after party, James said, I lost. I'll be back. I said, bro, we lost. And we coming back to me, my wife, and sister. We went to eat, man. James and his personal entourage, his girl, his children. They went to eat, so we thank God for it. We never thank Bob ever tell you. Reverend Loomis, and we thank Bob for the opportunity. Gave us a big payday. James took care of his crew and went home and got killed 10 days later on the motorcycle. But Bruce, I always said he would win if Jimmy Carter, and I got dear love for our president, may he get well. And if he had a boycott the 80 games, I believe James would want to go. The too high on that 80 team, even though, Bruce, I want to know your opinion, even though he came on to be heavyweight champion, do you think he got his just dues as a great amateur, outstanding amateur, Tony Tucker, Bruce? Do you think he got his just dues?
I think as an amateur, yes, I did, because that was the time where ABC was showing the amateurs in 1980, and Tony Tucker, great amateur. I mean, dude, he gave Mike Tyson. Was he the first fighter to go 12 rounds with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, the first one to go 12. Miss Green, the first one to go 10.
Yeah, man. You know, I would love to talk to Tony Tucker today. Is he still with us, man? He was a great boxer. He just came around in that Mike Tyson era, and that was a tough place to be between 86 and 89.
I know your fans going to call you back and ask me this question: why didn't we fight Tony Tucker? First of all, there was no money for Michael Spinks to fight Tony Tucker. I know you're going to get that question sooner or later. Before the year's out, you're going to get that question to ask me, because everybody knew that I was with Butch Lewis. Butch was my people. But what I will tell you, Bruce, there was no money to fight Tony Tucker. That's why we gave up the IBF title and fought Jerry Cooney for the people's title and for the ring title, because there was no money in fighting Tony Tucker. The most Tony would have got $300,000, and Michael Spinks would have got like $650 or $750 at the most. There was no money there. The Donald Trump didn't want to fight. The casinos didn't want it. They wanted Tyson, or they wanted Michael Spinks and Cooney. Because Cooney, Ravenport, and Butch started the race war. You know how Ravenport was. You know Dennis well as I know Dennis, Bruce. So if they ever ask you the question, that's why we gave up the title and didn't fight Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker was a great amateur, but what I will say, and I love Bob Tucker, I always would say that Bob Tucker was his downfall. Because Bob Tucker, he put him with too many people. If he had stayed with Cedric Kushner, he won the title with Cedric Kushner. When he stopped Buster Douglas, May 30th, 1987, at the Las Vegas Hilton on the undercard of Tyson Pinkman Thomas. There's another guy, Bruce, you need to grab, Pinkman Thomas. Them old time, a lot of people have forgot about them guys, man. Them guys fought their way to the top.
Yeah, we're in the process of talking to Pinkman. Pinkman had a great career, very, very exciting. I mean, he fought your boy Tim Witherspoon. That was
you know.
Tim lost it. And before I forget, Tim's son Tim Jr.'s in the chat. He wants to say hi to you. He wants to say hi to you, Leon. Tim Witherspoon Jr.
Oh, Junior?
Yeah, Junior's in here.
Hey, champ. How are you, young man?
All right, man. All right. Hey, I got Mad Chad who just came in the back. Mad Chad's my brother, Leon. He wants to talk to you. I want him to be respectful. He's a big fan of Marvin Hagler, and he might have taken offense to what you said, but you know, opinions are opinions. And you know, if your opinion is so fragile, all right, bro.
Bruce, I ain't man. If he think Marvin Hagler the greatest ever put on the ring, that's his opinion.
Exactly.
I'm just saying the era I come from. I'm 79 years old. God have blessed me to approach 80. I'm just saying the way the old timers did it. They didn't cry. The Ray Robinson, the Jake LaMotta, the Carmen Mazzillo, the Rocky Graziano, they didn't cry to the announcer. They didn't cry to Don Duffy. They said, Don Duffy, we're going to do it again. We didn't cry about the judges in Las Vegas. Them guys didn't cry about the judges. Come on, man.
True, Leon. Much respect, and we can say that Hagler's definitely from a new school era. You know, Hagler had it easy. Hagler had an easy road. He didn't have to travel nowhere to fight. You know, he had everything given to him. Hagler did. You know, he didn't need a Kennedy to help him get a fight. I mean, and he definitely was. All he had was a gas tank, Leon. That's all Hagler had was a gas tank. He was a well-conditioned athlete. That's what you just got done saying. I consider him the greatest fighter that ever walked the earth. He's the toughest human being in my eyes that I ever see walk the earth. I see him fight live 3 times. He's the toughest motherfucker I ever see, Leon. And I think you have an axe to grind. You don't like him. You just don't like Hagler. That's all it is. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, Mad Chad, disrespecting a guest, that's not cool at all, bro. And Leon is not an idiot. And man, I'm disappointed in you, Mad Chad. I'm fairly disappointed in you, bro. I mean, if your opinion is that fragile and it can't be questioned, man. I mean,
no,
bro.
It's not that fragile. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if he gets offended that bad. It's not that fragile. Fucking call him an idiot. I've been called worse than a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't think that's much of a disrespect, to be honest.
Please. Yeah, Leon is
it's Hagler. It's a Hagler stream. I thought this was about Hagler, not Leon Muhammad. I thought it was a Hagler stream.
No. Yesterday it was going to be a Hagler stream.
I just read the title. I saw Hagler in it. Something to do with Hagler. But have a great time. Just dissing Hagler. Let's go, fellas. Fuck Hagler. He had it easy.
Well, there goes Mad Chad, and I'm very surprised at Mad Chad for that, because hey, people have opinions, and if your opinion is so fragile that it can't get challenged, I mean, without somebody blowing their stock, that's too bad, Mad Chad. I love you like a brother, but that was disrespectful, man, and we'll have to talk about that one again. But anyway, man, I was honored to have Leon Muhammad on here with me, man. Leon's in an assisted living facility right now, man, and he had to go. He's suffering from diabetes. He's 87 years old, 78. I forget what he said, but believe me, he's an OG, and I love hearing him. And all you cats out there, I want to apologize if Mad Chad offended anybody because hey, man, That's his opinion, and that's his opinion. And I don't block anybody. I only muted him because I just couldn't. I couldn't listen to the F words and stuff. But hey, man, who came in here tonight? I'm glad anybody's still in here, man. Mr. Pads, first guy in the room. Mo Boxing, thank you, my brother. Flawless Mentality, thanks, my man. Cosmic One, glad you came in here. Sheed we here, peace to you, my brother. Mike Biggs, shout out, my man. Jose Diaz, thank you for coming by. And the Skywalker, peace, my brother. Cooking with Sir Senior, my man. Shout out to you. Dom Mack, Frida Weed, man. I was listening to you today, bro. Thank you for coming by, man. Andrew Charles, always a pleasure, my man. Q the God, the lost art of boxing. Thank you for coming by. Shawnes, how you doing? The Sauce Experience, a.k.a. Showtime Shaw. Shout out to you, my brother. B&N Boxing, thank you for coming in, my brother. I haven't seen you. I saw you the other night, man, but you got to start coming back again, man. The Mac Mob, baby. Shout out to you, my man. Danger, danger, danger. Thank you for coming by. Just Do Boxing. I appreciate all you cats who came in here, man. I really do, man. We spoke to the legendary Leon Mohammed, man. This is royalty in boxing. This is royalty, man. I'm humbled. And I was honored to have him on here, man. World Combat Sports, bro. Shout out to you, man. Patrick McQueen, thank you, my man, for coming in here, man. I don't want to miss anybody, and I didn't want to interrupt Leon when he was in here, man. Because bro, we OGs, we lose our train of thought fast. And I was honored. Leon likes to talk, and I'm so glad, bro. And I don't care what his opinion is, man. It's valid to me. Iceman, shout out to you, my brother. And I love Marvin Hagler. Damn, he sits over my shoulder every day. Tim Jr., appreciate you coming on, my brother. Toby Bartlett, thank you for stopping in here, man. Reggie Owens, the main man out there. Shout out to you, my brother. Always on some great stuff, Reggie, man. You're definitely a well-rounded channel. I want to get like that too. I want to start doing jazz. I was listening to you the other night. And I did a thing with Wayne Shorter, and yeah, man. I don't care if I get copyright strikes on something like that. We'll just do things like this that we won't get copyright strikes on. Victory Dance, bro. Thank you for coming by. Hey, my old brother Kenneth Johnson. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Opulent LD, the man. Shout out to you, my brother. Lance Meyer. Did I get you yet already, bro? I can't remember. I'm a little bit stoned tonight. Jeff Lucietta, my brother. Con Shawnery. MP, what the fuck? Shout out to you, my man. Yeah, I'm glad I got through. Just to thank everybody in here, man. I'm hitting on a little bit of Green Dragon tincture. I bootlegged this one with a phony label. I got about maybe a third of an ounce in there left. Do a few more of these. I found this site on there.
Let's keep the favorite Williams on the other base. And the piano, this is Frank Wilner. George Coleman. George Coleman is
The Green Dragon. Ooh, the Green Dragon tincture. I'll be making some again in a few days, and I'm going to do a live just to show you cats how I make this stuff. Mad Chad.
Hey, Bruce, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I just get all emotional. I was at a fucking bar with this older dude. I thought I was going to Conor McGregor, the dude. He said something bad about Hagler. It was fucking 12:30 at night. I was ready to push the old man off his fucking stool, honestly. It's something that I have to control.
I've had a long day. I was on the phone with people fucking me around all day. Then I click on the Hagler stream. I'm thinking I'm going to hear some good talk about Hagler. And I didn't even know it was Lee. And then I hear this motherfucker saying he's one-dimensional. He's got a gas tank. He's this and that. He was ducking this one. I wanted to jump through the fucking screen and fight him. I didn't care if it was Jesus Christ on the other end of the line there. I'm just a little pissed off about it. And I'm sorry for disrespecting the guest because Leon's a great guy, great mind. His stories are great. I've listened to him many times. Shout out to the man. But like I say, if it's my godfather, it's my sister. If it's a nun in church, she wants to diss Hagler, I'm going to call her a retarded cunt right to her face. And that's just, if she's an elderly 97-year-old fucking nun, I'm going to tell her she's a retarded cunt. I don't know what area you're from. I don't know what the fuck you're watching, but that motherfucker was a killer. That's all that was. I no disrespect, but I'm emotional. I'm sweating. And I get fired up about fucking Hagler. That's my favorite athlete of all fucking time. Out of all. Better than Larry Bird, better than Tom Brady, better than fucking Michael Jordan. He's my fucking Hagler. And you know, anybody, I don't care if it's my channel, anyways, I see any Hagler discontent, I'm coming at it full fucking nuclear bombs. I'm dropping the Enola Gay on the motherfuckers. I'm just over nuts. And he ain't here to defend himself. The man passed, you know what I mean? Hagler's Hagler. And I feel like if you're going to say what he was saying, it needs to be fucking checked. I don't care where you're from, how good your stories are. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to tell you my opinion, and might come across being a little fucking Looney Toonish, but I'm just saying, Bruce, I'm sorry.
Hey, bro. That's your opinion, Matt. That's okay, bro. And you know the thing about it is, if Leon was here and Hagler was here, I'll bet Hagler would listen to him. And I don't think Hagler would interrupt a word that he said.
Wow, Hagler would have said, Hagler wouldn't even get on a panel with him. He'd say, this clown, you want me to get on with this clown? No, I'm just telling you, evidently he doesn't like him because he can't say that he ain't that good. I mean, he basically said he ain't that good. He said Hagler ain't that good.
Well, you know, the man has been. That's his opinion, bro. That's his opinion. He's been with the best. He's been with Rocky Graziano. He's been with Tony Zale. He's been with Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, bro. You have, like you say, you have to rate them. They have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just his opinion, man. Maybe he didn't see. You know, that's what he saw, and how I can't knock a guy because I'm very secure in my opinion of Marvin Hagler and Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and all the fighters that I ride with. And you can say what you want. It's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to defend a fighter because, bro, it's an opinion. And my ego's not that fragile, bro. And I'm sure Marvin Hagler's ego's not that fragile.
Yeah, mine is, I guess. Evidently mine is. I'll carry my fucking Hagler fucking combustibility to the day I fucking die. I'm never going to lose it. I was pissed off my whole fucking life about this Hagler thing. I went to rehab when fucking the decision came through with Leonard. And he didn't do no fucking ducking. He tried to fight the motherfucker after. You know, that's a whole other false narrative. Hagler was not the fucking duck there. And I'm just saying I have mental fucking problems. And because he's the toughest. Hey, I respect toughest human beings. When I look at something and I say, wow, that might be pound for pound the toughest human being I ever see on the planet Earth. And someone's got to talk bad about that. Hey, whatever you want to call Dolly Parton ugly, God bless you. I'm not going to get mad. Hey, all right, Dolly's ugly.
When I first started this channel, I go by this one rule, and it's never put passion over principle. And bro, that's what we must do, bro. Everybody's opinion is valid.
But if you're talking about boxing, you're talking about a skill, you're talking about a world champion, you're talking about arguably the greatest middleweight that ever lived, and someone saying all he has was a condition, that's all this dude has was conditioning, you have to check it. You just have to check that this is a professional boxing dude that evidently has an axe to grind against Hagler. Because if that's all he can come up with is all Hagler has was a fucking gas tank, this dude is fucking bonkers.
Why does that bother you, bro?
It doesn't, because he's the greatest fucking, he's been around everybody. He knows everything. But evidently, no, it doesn't bother me. It just shows me that this dude can't speak the truth. He's pissed off at Hagler about something, and he's fucking lying. Because he ain't stupid. He ain't stupid.
No, he's not stupid, but that's his opinion. And some people have other opinions, and bro, we tolerate them. And I definitely tolerate Leon Muhammad's opinion. I dig your opinion. You know, that's what boxing's all about. If we were all on the same side, it would be so fucking boring.
But obvious though, but when a kettle's hot, when the hot grease is in a kettle, it's hot. If someone says, Bruce, that all that is, you know, that ain't hot, you're gonna say, really? I know that you've been cooking for fucking 70 years. I know that you know your way around the kitchen, but that hot grease, it will burn my hand. And if they say, no, Bruce, put your finger in that hot grease. It just cooked some French fries. You're going to say, no fucking way. It's just, there's certain things that are obvious. This dude just didn't say, I think he's a little underrated. He just said he's one-dimensional, ducking, fucking, all he has is conditioning. That's what I heard. You can go back and listen to it. He was fucking shitting on Hagler. That's all I'm saying. That's all I heard. I didn't make this fucking shit up. I didn't come in all hot.
Well, you kind of did. Shauna, how you doing, my sister? 88 Sports, bro. Thank you for coming by, man. This is a very passionate show here. Mad Chad loves Marvin Hagler. I love Marvin Hagler.
Well, evidently, I love him more.
You interrupted me when I was just going to say, bro, you have much more passion about Marvin Hagler than I do, because to me, the whole spectrum of boxing, and Leon goes back to the fucking dirt and the grime with Tony Zale and fucking LaMotta and Robinson and fucking all those characters. And he has to tell you, bro, those guys, in his opinion, were better than Marvin Hagler. And I can't fucking crucify him for that fucking opinion, bro.
No, I didn't crucify him for that. God bless him. If people think Graziano's better, God bless you. If you think Canelo can beat Hagler, God bless you. I get it. But if you're just saying...
He said why. He said
no,
why.
He said I can go back and listen.
Hagler was one-dimensional. That's what, in his opinion, that's what Hagler was.
All he had was a gas tank. He had no power. He had no chin. He had no fucking game plan. He wasn't a switch hitter. All he had was a gas tank. That's what this fucking dude said. Am I fucking making it up?
Please respect the man. Please respect him.
I did respect him. I called him a fucking idiot. Is that fucking bad? If being called a fucking idiot? When on the world, if you call someone a fucking idiot, it's fucking being disrespectful on a boxing channel. Are you serious? Calling a fucking dude a fucking idiot?
I thought it was a little bit disrespectful because
I think so too.
This is not a 20 by 20 over here. We don't have the gloves on. This is I'm listening to a legend tell me what his opinions are. And bro, how many fucking clowns out there say Triple G's gonna beat Hagler?
I don't go nuts either because it's their opinion.
Yeah, but
they don't know it. They don't know any better.
They're kind of going nuts a little bit.
They don't know any better, though. This dude was fucking an old-timer. He's been through the blood and the guts. No one had a harder road than Hagler. When he won his title, he got beaten by bottles. He couldn't even get his belt in the ring. He needed a Kennedy to get him a fucking title shot. No one had it harder than Hagler. And this dude was talking... I don't know. Anyways, just let it go. Difference of opinion. But like I say, I think the fucking facts are... You want to talk about Hagler, pull up to Oxford Street, Portland, Maine. I'll put a cap in your ass.
Hey, brother, I hear you got a place for a couple of weeks, though. That's to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. No, not yet until they go to fucking Aruba. Once they go to Aruba, I got the place, but I'm waiting for the fucking plane to leave for Aruba. So I'm stuck out here in fucking OOB.
OOV.
Old dirty bastard. ODB. No, Old Orchard Beach.
Old Orchard Beach. Oh, you're back at the hotel?
Different room number, but yeah, same type of gig.
Well, bro, you've had a traumatic experience.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for someone to unleash on, honestly. Maybe that. Just I've been pissed off, biting my tongue all day, calling Catholic Charities this, Red Cross that, fucking this and that, the landlady. Everything's just been a fucking pulling teeth. And then I click on it. I didn't even know it was Leon. I didn't. I just click Bruce Gas, and I was doing some shit, and I hear this dude talking about Hagler, and I ran to the fucking thing. I started sweating, throwing water on my face. I go, wow, that's Leon. I'm like, fuck. And then I calmed down. He said, Mad Chad, be respectful. I'm like, yeah, I got to be. Much respect. And then I heard something, Hagler this, and I said, whoa. Then I started getting hot again. But no, I'm sorry. I'm pissed off. And shout out to Leon.
I didn't know. Had no idea that was his opinion. Yesterday, I talked to him on the phone. He called me. Leon is a beautiful man. He calls me up out of the blue. And I said, Leon, did you know today's the anniversary of Marvin Hagler's death 2 years ago? And he goes, oh, no.
What did he laugh?
No, bro, no.
No, I know. I'm fooling you. I'm trying to be a little comedic. I'm just trying to be a little comedic.
And I said, do you have any memories to share? And he goes, oh, I saw Hagler many times in Philadelphia. And, it was just let's go live because whenever I get a jewel like that, I love to share it with the fans. I love to share, like he said, he goes, your fans. I got no fucking fans. I got a fan in the bedroom, man, to keep my ass cool in the summer. But he what was I even fucking saying? I just went on a fucking ramble. Get me back again.
Bruce,
What was
he's
I
fucking
saying?
great, but I'm saying though, I'm a mental fucking case. Honestly, I was ready to fucking unsubscribe from you, call you up and call you a fucking cupcake. Go to your next Philly fucking fight with your buddy Leon and talk bad about Hagler. You know, that's where my mind went. I went to full
We're gonna
fucking.
go have a drink with him, Matt Chad. We're gonna have a
I
drink
don't
with
think
him.
I'll be sitting there with him. I just can't be around any anti-Haglerisms. I just can't. I mean, I will fucking flip out.
We'll get him my green dragon.
But I'm just saying, it's all good. But I'm fucking nuts. I am, and I'm sorry, Leon. And he's a bit nuts too. We all are.
A bit nuts, man. From a man, these guys back in the day, they used to walk around with a couple of thousand in their pocket. And right now he's living in an assisted living care of the state of New York. Lost his apartment, lost kind of everything, man. And he still loves boxing. He still loves to talk boxing. And man, I love it, bro. I love it. This is what it's all about. And even if we have dissenting opinions,
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't either. But like I say, I really don't care. But I just feel like I have to defend Hagler. Like it's just like my God's call. And, I'm on this boxing channel. I came in swinging Hagler. I'm going to go out swinging Hagler. It's just like it's something that I've always done ever since high school. It's like Hagler, in a fight, I always got Hagler. And it's always been my thing. And like I say, Bruce, if anybody, it ain't just him, anybody, if I hear them talking like that about Hagler, I could wake up in a fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and I hear someone outside my door saying, "Oh, Hagler's a duck." I'm like, huh? I'll sit up and go, really? Grab my nunchuck.
You'll fight him, Matt
I'll
Chad.
fight
I
him.
know
I
that.
swear to God, I will.
Big Tex. Shout out to Big Tex out there. A real puffer in the game. And if it wasn't for that weed, I think we'd all go fucking insane. Pretty soon we're gonna have in another month. It's gonna be 420. Last year, me and Matt Chad did a show on 420. We called it "Thank God for Mary Jane."
Yeah.
And we're gonna do another one this year for sure, bro.
Bruce, ain't it funny though? Like with emotions, even online, you can really the blood pressure can go up. Like and Leon, a great guy, an older gentleman, with just an opinion. And from someone like across the fucking world, we're not in the same state. He's in New York. Is he in New York, Bruce?
Yeah, New York City.
Yeah, far away, and I'm up here in Maine, and he had me so fucking hot. Bruce, it's like honestly, but I really feel like that I haven't lost my emotions. I haven't lost my feelings, because I've always my passion. I've always had that about Hagler. I really haven't. It's nothing. I'm not faking it. It's like I'm not fucking faking. Maybe I can be a little disrespectful with it, but now that the man has passed, I just feel like, on any boxing channel you go, because he epitomizes boxing to me, the word boxing, overcoming obstacles. There's no one that did it better than Hagler, with his chin, his just tenacity. War. He wore a hat that said fucking war. He made his fucking name in Philly, traveling to Philly to fight killers. I talked to a gold medal champion. He's been in the ring with all kinds of fighters. I asked him, he didn't know I was a Hagler fan. I said, Sugar Ray, who's the hardest person that ever hit you? He looked at me like I was stupid. And Bruce, you were sitting right there. He said Hagler. He said, and then when you hit him, Bruce is right there, right? And he didn't know we were in there with, my Hagler hat. He didn't know I was a Hagler. We were just shooting the shit. And that was a gold medalist. That that just unequivocally, he didn't have to think about it. He just said, hardest puncher that hit me, fucking Hagler.
Mm-hmm. Sugar Ray Seals, man. That's another great guy. That's another guy that I'd love to have him come on and talk about Hagler.
What a guy. That would be a guy to talk about Hagler, a gold medal winner. You know what I mean? That would be a guy to talk about Hagler. Sugar Ray Seals. Give him a call, Bruce. Let's straighten out this marvelous Marvin Hagler fucking show.
Let's see what happens.
Please leave your message for
Ray Seals.
That's Sugar Ray Seals.
Hey, Ray, this is Bruce Gass, man. I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about Marvin Hagler. If you want to call me back at this number, I'll be here for a few more minutes, man. God bless you, man. Peace. Well, he probably didn't recognize the number, but, he calls back a lot. So you never know, man. You never know. And yeah, he definitely give us some insight about Marvin Hagler. Definitely. Hey, I found this fucking, I know jazz isn't your thing, brother, but I found this website the other day, this channel, and it's called Smalls Jazz Club. It's out of New York City, and they got these jazz people on there, and it's all live over YouTube. The coolest shit, man. The coolest shit. But yeah, man, we tried to call Ray Seals.
Bruce, who's the jazz player? Stanley Wright?
I think he's here.
Wait, all right, there's Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
hello.
Hello, Ray. Ray.
What?
Is this Ray?
No, this is not Ray.
Okay, who are you looking for?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Who am I talking? No.
Yeah. Didn't it sound like he might have had the wrong answer, wrong number, Bruce? That didn't sound like
No. That was a whole different number. That was it wasn't anybody that was on my records. It was 717 number.
I think it was a
Ray
missed call.
Seals, yeah, and Ray Seals is 347 number. So hey, well, we tried, Mad Chad. We tried. We try to bring the best spontaneous boxing talk to you that we can do, right?
Right, that's a fact. And I'll tell you, man, with that Sugar Ray Seals, he's an older gentleman himself. And Bruce, did he sit down for all those fights? I mean, talking about a guy with some passion and energy and love for the sport. Shout out to Sugar Ray Seals. A gold. What year did he win the gold, Bruce? Was it that was the year of the shooting, right?
That was 1972. Somebody else is calling me. Let's see who this
There's
is.
Sugar Ray. There's Sugar.
Yeah, hi, Bruce Gass here.
You got that? ¿Esto qué es? Fix. Hey, Jay, jacket on your knees, cabrón.
Sounds like LT.
LT. LT.
Zorro. In Mexico,
He hung up on me.
Sounded like LT.
Yeah, it did. It was an unknown caller. And I guess they're starting to fuck around with us. But that's okay, bro. We'll take some crank calls over here. Anybody else want to give us a crank call, bro? Go right ahead, man.
Right. We don't crank call people. They crank call us.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. That's it. But yeah, bro, it was speaking to the OGs like that, it's just a great feeling. Let me
and later on, I mean, I got mad at Tim Witherspoon for liking Tyson Fury. I remember. I think I called Tim an idiot. So I'm just saying, but I'm not as passionate of the hatred for Fury as I am for the love of Hagler.
Let's try this one here.
You're not calling Canelo, are you?
No, wait. Marlon.
Come on, Marlon. Starling, pick up.
Hello.
Marlon,
Who's speaking?
Bruce Gas.
Bruce Cass. How you doing, Bruce Cass?
I'm doing fucking excellent, my brother. How you doing?
I can't complain, man. Can be better, can be worse.
Hey, yesterday was the anniversary of Marvin Hagler's death, 2nd year anniversary.
It was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got any memories of Marvin Hagler you want to share with us, brother?
Oh man, that was one of the best, man. That's one of my best anyway.
Definitely. I got Mad Chad on here with a
Marlon,
three-way.
champ, down in Philadelphia, champ. I met you down in Philly. Great to have you, Marlon. We're just shooting the shit about Hagler. Shout out to Marlon Starling, man.
Coming down and hanging out, man.
Yeah, that was awesome, Marlon. We had the time of our lives, man. I wish we could have spent more time with you, but we had a lot of time at the fights. But it was a pleasure to meet you, champ. It was a great time chopping it up with you, and much respect, Marlon.
Hey, man, thank you, man. Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate it myself.
So what have you been doing lately, Marlon?
Being bored and that's about it, man. Yes, just trying to live another day.
Wow.
Say it again.
Hey, let's talk about some of your great fights, man. Tell us about winning that WBC heavyweight championship against the unbeatable Mark Breland.
Wow, what a fight!
A lot of people, because Mark, he never lost a fight in amateurs, and they was giving him a really big, bust up, and I knew, that night, I knew that I had to be rough. When I fought Mark Breland, Mark Breland, don't take nothing away from him. He was getting in the ring with a professional, and at that time, he wasn't ready for it.
Definitely not.
Taking nothing away from Mark. Mark was a good fighter, but you know what? He was going to get in the ring with somebody that was going. I knew from day one that I had to rough him up. Cause I know. So one thing Mark had a jab that hurt like most guys' right hand. So I couldn't let Mark get no confidence.
Hardest jab you ever fought, huh?
Oh man, Mark had a jab that hurt.
What did it hurt more than Thomas Hearn's jab?
Tommy, because Tommy broke my nose.
In sparring?
Well, in sparring, but I got the better out of that sparring session because he had a hard time with me in that. See, when what's his name? What's the coach name?
Manny Stewart.
Well, Manny. Yeah, Manny did one. I went down there. The box timed me for the Ray Leonard fight. And I had to rough him up. And I got the best of that sparring session, and Manny didn't like it.
That was the same way when you had to fight Breland the same way when you were sparring with Hearns. Rough him up.
I had to fight Breland that same way. You're right. I wasn't going to get out of that fight with Mark unless I roughed him up.
Yep. Because if you would have just let him jab you,
I wasn't dirty. I was just fighting him the way I had to fight him. Because Mark had a jab that hurt like most guys' right hands.
You know, I remember a fight that I saw you at the Providence Civic Center. You lost the fight because, for Johnny Bump City Bumpfist because he had a cut on his eye.
Oh man!
Oh yeah.
He quit and won. Tell us about that fight because you were just getting warmed up, and Lou Duva tore the cut in his eye open to have that fight stopped. I said no.
See, you're the only one who really knows that Lou Duva opened that cut.
Yeah. He made sure it got past the first round, then he tore that sucker open like a freaking vagina.
You're absolutely right. Not too many people know that, but that's just what happened.
Providence Civic Center, Sunday afternoon.
Oh, boy, that was he quit and won.
I couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it.
Quit and win, imagine.
Pissed, man.
Oh, that was USBA belt. Yeah, that was.
But I said to some people, I want to tell you something. What he did, he did what he had to do to help his fighter win.
Yep. Bruce, is that fight online? Bruce, can you pull that up?
He wasn't going to win that fight.
He wasn't going to win. You were going to kill him.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't going to win that fight. And they opened that cut up and went in there and had the referee score the fight. I couldn't believe that fight.
Unbelievable
I was so
stuff.
pissed after that fight. Oh boy!
Really, and I want to remind everybody out here. I'm talking to Marlon Starling right now, 2-time welterweight champion of the world. What was your record, Marlon? I know you only have 3 defeats on there, and you never been stopped.
Never been stopped. I was like 58 and 5, something like that.
All right, man.
Or 61 and 5 or something. And boy, I was, I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit after that fight. I said, the dude, because I had to sign the contract. The only way I was going to get that fight with Breeden, I had to sign the contract to get on the what's the name of that team they called it? What was the name of that team they called what's it? That was the who was that? They had a bunch of guys. They had a bunch of guys on that with that fight, man. But I got them back with Breeden. But they wanted Breeden. They really wanted Breeden to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
And man. I knew that the only way that I was going to get out of that fight with Breeden, I had to stop him.
And you did, bro. And you did, man.
I had to do it.
What was?
One thing about it. Breeden had a jab that hurt like most guys' right hands.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That night, I thought to myself, I couldn't get out of that. I couldn't get out of that fight unless I had to knock him out. And I forgot what round it was. Right? They opened the cut up and Breeden's eye or whatever. Right? But see, the next day, the next fight I had with him, I knocked him out.
Nice. Nice. How about the undefeated Simon Brown? How was it fighting him?
He was in the ring. He was in the ring with a professional.
Definitely.
Simon Brown was a pretty good fighter, but he didn't have what it took to be a world champion. And I like Simon. Simon's all right. He's all right person. But we got in there that night.
and I beat him. I beat him on the unanimous decision.
No, it was a split decision. Yeah, he was undefeated, and you beat him on a split decision.
But you know what? I guess that was the only way I was going to get out of it. I mean, remember that second one with Breeders? That second one with Breeders, I had to knock him out to win.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bro, you know what? A fight that I remember, Marlon, you took on this undefeated kid from New York that was knocking everybody out. The Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Threat Barrett.
Jose the Threat Barrett. Yeah, man.
Jose the Threat Barrett.
And you made easy work of him, bro.
Oh man, I dogged him. But you know, that's the only way. Once again, that was the only way I was going to get out of that fight. I had to go take it.
And people are saying that he reminds everybody of Belanga right now. He's got that hype behind him. But you kind of put a fork in that undefeated knockout streak.
In the activity of Marlon, Bruce. Champ, your activity was, you seemed like you were always on the tube, in the 80s. Like it seemed like every other fight was Marlon Starling. And you always brought the dog to the fight, Marlon. Not only the dog, but you brought a lot of skill and toughness. You have a lot of fans, Marlon Starling, honestly, because your style is remembered by true boxing fans. And thank you for swinging by Bruce Gass's, Marlon. You're a legend. You really are a legend amongst us boxing fans. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for swinging back and reminiscing about your career, because this is awesome stuff, Marlon. Thank you.
And I thank you guys, man, because I especially when it got to don't forget now, Breland was a guy at that time had never lost a.
He was on the cover of every magazine. He was like LeBron James in the middle, like he was the LeBron James of boxing when you're talking about an amateur with, the hype. Like there was quite a hype like Mark Breland. He was the Golden Glove. Mark had a lot of hype. And like you said, that jab was paramount. That jab hit like a right hand. And what you did to him, Marlon, that was just amazing.
Mark had a jab. I swear to God, Mark had a jab that hurt like most guys' right hand. And I knew in that fight with Mark, the only way I was going to get out of there with Mark, I had to knock him out.
Well, champ.
In the 11th round, I was yelling. Come on, Mark. And then I hit him with a right hand, and he backed up against the rope.
Yeah.
And I smashed him with a good right hand. But like I said, brilliant jab, man, brilliant.
It's like well, one more thing I want to ask you before I know you have to go. I want to ask you about when you were undefeated. Donald Curry was undefeated. Neither one of you guys were a world champion, but yet they put you guys in the ring together. It's almost like Jerron Boots Ennis. You know why? Because they didn't want none of us, and that was bad too. They didn't want none of us. They wanted to keep Ray from any of us. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yep.
The guy that Hagler ducked.
We wanted to keep Ray away from him. And don't forget now Ray was a good fighter, no question about it, right? But I wanted that fight too. You think Ray ducked you? I think that the money ducked me.
Do you think Hagler ducked Sugar Ray Leonard?
Nope, I think they kept putting it to the side until the money was right.
Right.
Don't forget now. Back that time, man, the dudes was running everything.
Why was there no rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler? And because you were right in the thick of things back then.
Because which one of them? One of them was talking about. Oh, Leonard was talking about quitting.
No, I think it was Hagler talking about quitting.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I was with Hagler. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Ray won that fight.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
yeah, no, I watched the fight myself, and reluctantly, I gave it to Sugar Ray Leonard too. The first time I saw it, I just thought he outsmarted Marvin Hagler.
First time I saw it, I thought Hagler.
That's all he did was outsmarted him.
Mm.
I mean, he did. Ray did what he had to do to win the fight.
He did.
Regardless of what anybody wanted to say, he did this or he did that. Ray did what he had to do to win the fight.
For sure. And
Agreed.
I mean, and that's my, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And I know you love Marvin Hagler and you love Sugar Ray Leonard. You have no dog in the fight. You just call it as you see it. Like the OG says, you call balls and strikes.
Yeah. That's an opinion I respect, Bruce.
Listen, Ray Leonard stole that fight. Regardless of what anybody said, Ray Leonard threw the punches and then he held. He threw the punches. You know, a lot of people don't like to give it to. A lot of people don't want to give that fight to Ray Leonard, but Ray stole that fight. Regardless of what anybody ever want to think, Ray won that fight. He didn't dog him out to win it, but Ray won that fight.
Now, did he like right now they're talking about how Tank Davis is making all these stipulations on Ryan Garcia, ring size, weight draining, rehydration. Did Sugar Ray pull that shit with Marvin Hagler? Did he make all these demands on him for that fight?
And let me tell you, if you can, do it. Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said.
Get a leg up. Everybody's looking for that.
Right. Because you know he used the ropes and everything against Ray. Marvin was a good fighter, but Marvin didn't win that fight.
I agree. I thought he was going to knock him out. I thought Hagler was going to knock him right out, and he didn't. After like the 9th round, I'm thinking, oh my God, this ain't right. But I thought Hagler. Yeah.
And since everybody knows that was the people's champion, Ray Leonard, Ray had to win that fight. He had to knock him out. But guess all Ray did was do that pity pat and held.
Yep.
And you know what? If you score that fight on points, you gotta give that fight. You gotta give it to Ray. He didn't rough him up or nothing, but he won the fight on points.
Yep. And you look back at all the AP, all the, writers, that the boxing writers of the time that go back and score that fight. Many, I think more than not, scored it for Sugar Ray Leonard. Like I say, I was biased. I was young at the time when I watched it. I thought Hagler won. But I rewatched the fight, and it's definitely, I feel, a 50-50 fight my second watch. The third watch, you can see how Sugar Ray won the fight.
50-50 watch. Who was the man you was going to give it to? Because you know what? He was the people's champion at the time.
Yep.
And you know what? If you heard this a lot of times, guess what? He stole that fight. And what he did what he had to do to steal that fight.
Agreed. His game plan was perfect. Sugar Ray ran a perfect game plan for that fight.
I mean, that's what people do. You gotta have a game plan. Ray had a game plan, and that game plan won the fight. Sure, I didn't like it. Sure, a lot of people didn't like it. But you know what? He's good. All that pity pat. He got those punches in and held.
Champ.
He got those punches every round. He get those punches in and then he held.
Champ, do you think at that time when that fight did happen, do you think that Hagler was slowed down from all the wars prior to, 60 plus fights? Because to me, it seems like Hagler had, he was definitely on the backside of his career, even though he's only 31, 32. I just feel like the tread on his tires, you know, all those battles just caught up with him. And I feel if this fight would have happened 3 years earlier, I feel Hagler would have stopped him. But do you feel Hagler slowed down?
You know, that goes for a lot of fighters.
In both
You
ways.
know, what it should have, could have. You know, sure, if he would have won, if he would have got it. I mean, Ray knew how to. They knew how to wait. They knew how to wait on that fight, and that's what they did. They waited on that fight. Ray, what's his name? Hagler was going through some stuff with those guys, the Petronellis at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and the Petronellis wasn't getting along good at the time. And
Lyman was right.
I wasn't a big Ray Leonard fan, but you know what? I'll tell you, Ray Leonard stole that fight, man.
He did, man.
And guess what? We couldn't do nothing about it.
Over 40 years later.
Marlon, I can ask you, Marlon, if you were to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, because you know you were welterweights with Sugar Ray. Now who do you feel is a better boxer on your pound for pound list of your favorite fighters? Do you have Hagler ahead of Leonard?
I had Leonard and sort of Hagler.
Pound for pound?
Listen, the fight that could be won in the ring. All right. Ray did his pity pat and held. If you want to win that fight, he did what he had to do to win the fight.
He wasn't going to knock out Marvin Hagler.
No fucking way.
Now, let me get back to the present here. The welterweight division, your division, is fucking insane right now. You are, as a two-time champ, bro. Why isn't Errol Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford settling this bullshit?
No. Hey, guess what? You tell me that.
I don't know. I have no idea, man. I'm trying. I'm asking.
That don't make no sense.
No sense.
That wouldn't happen in your day.
Why isn't that fight happening now? Can somebody tell me?
I think we've all asked that question so many times that I only want to ask it to an astute pro.
That's somewhat a champion of that weight class.
Yeah. What would you do if you were in that position and you were either Errol Spence or Bud Crawford, and you had a guy like Donald Curry holding the other belt? You'd say, man, I want another fight with this guy. I want in the ring. Yeah. This is a true warrior. That's what you were, Marlon Starling. That's why I love talking to you.
I fought Donald Curry 2 times. I almost fought him 3 times. But you know what? Donald Curry was a damn good fighter.
Oh yeah.
The Cobra.
We can't take nothing away from Donald Curry. Now, Donald Curry was a good fighter.
Donald was. They were setting Donald up to fight Marvin Hagler before Lloyd Hunnigan came around. And that's another guy. Lloyd Hunnigan annihilates Donald Curry, and you go in there. In fact, you handed Lloyd Hunnigan his ass.
Oh man, I beat Hunnigan so easily and so easy, and believe me, I'm gonna tell you something. That Donald Curry was a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
Donald Curry was a hell of a fighter, but he was going through too much stress at the moment that fight was put together.
And what happened to Donald Curry?
He got out. The Dubas was not a good. Well, they weren't a good group to be with. I mean, they rob you. You ain't getting paid what you should. But if you wanna fight, you gotta fight. And
like you said, you were almost in that Duva group when he had Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Vinny Pazienza. I mean, he had all the East Coast fighters in his group.
I had to sign a contract with them to fight Donald Curry. I had to when I fought Lloyd Hunnigan. When I fought Lloyd Hunnigan, I had to give the Dubas 2 fights.
Really?
That means he controlled my next 2 fights.
But the thing was,
that was all.
you wanted Hunnigan so bad. You didn't care.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I wanted Hunnigan so bad.
And
the reason why, because he beat Donald Curry.
And that's the difference between the fighters today and the fighters of your era. You guys, you almost didn't give a shit about the money. You wanted the glory.
I wanted. Well, when I fought Lloyd Hunnigan, I fought him for who's the best in the world. I didn't care about no WC belt or this belt. I just wanted to beat the shit out of Lloyd Hunnigan.
Bruce, Marlon's.
That's why I love Marlon Starling, man.
Bruce, Marlon's a whole different animal of human beings. I mean, when I first met him, watching him on TV, watching him in those fights, and then to meet him in person, he is the real deal. Like, the ambiance of Marlon is like Lawrence Taylor, but different. Like, that you're dealing with a world-class athlete. Like, Marlon Starling is one of the best athletes I ever see. The way his cat twitch movements, the ability to hit and get hit and throw it like punches and bunches. This dude was the real deal, McCoy.
Remember I fought this guy named Jose Perez from New York. He was 15-0 with 15 knockouts. I knew this guy didn't have any really dog in him. He thought like when he went out there and started beating on the people, they was gonna fall. The first round I went out there, I boxed him. Then after that first round, I hit him with a couple good shots. And then when I hit him with a couple good shots, I felt that fear in him. And I said, it's over now. It's over now.
It's over now.
He didn't want to fight.
And you fought.
What was your best shot, Marlon? Like, what was something that you were trying to set up in the ring? Like, when you're in there, like, what did you feel comfortable? If you hit him with this punch, they were going to feel something like they knew Marlon was there. What was your favorite punch, Marlon?
I had power and everything, and I had a good jab, and I was very hard to hit.
Cat twitch. You had the cat twitch. You were like a cat.
I was very hard to hit.
These fighters don't do that today. They don't fight the defense that you had. That's what man, the experience and the wisdom you have. You got to tell these guys, keep your hands up, keep your head moving.
Boxing is hit and don't get hit. I'm not going out there to try to fight like the guy. Jose Perez. He was like 15-0, 16 knockouts. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm going to box you, and then when I got getting a little weak, it was all over. And then I hit him with a good shot, and I felt that when I hit him with that good uppercut, I heard that, and I heard that noise. You in trouble now.
I heard that.
You in trouble now. I just had to be careful.
Yeah.
No, never stopped in your career. You definitely were careful. Shout out to my brother Tony Boswell who jumped in here, man. Much respect to you. Peter Von Ox came in here. Shauna, thank you for sticking around, man. We're talking to a legend. It's been a night of legends in here, man. I was just talking to Leon Mohammed, Marlon. I was talking to Leon Mohammed before I called you, and now we got Marlon Starling in here, and I got the legendary Mad Chad in here holding things down too, bro. So it doesn't get any better for me, man. I appreciate this, Marlon.
Hey, man, I thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Dean is a good man. Dean helped me out a lot, and I appreciate everything, man.
Thank you.
Man. Listen, Marlon, I'm going to let you go, brother. Thank you so much for
stopping by.
God bless you, my brother.
Hey, y'all take care, man. All right. Good night.
Peace, man. Peace. Hey, man, that's my friend Marlon Starling, man. Nice, great guy, and God bless him, man, and thank all you cats for coming in here, man. This is, Mad Chad. You want to say goodbye before I hang up the line over here?
No, I don't want to say goodbye. I want to keep talking about Marlon.
All right, man.
No, absolutely. Everybody, man. Everybody, Bruce. Great show. And Bruce, no disrespect. I'm sorry. The maddest I've ever been at you. We spent some time together was tonight when you just sat there and you cocked to fucking the Hagler blasphemy. And, like, I'm not going to lose any respect for you because opinions are opinions. You're wiser than me. You get it. You just, I gotta mature. Hopefully someday I can be mature and not let me get so fucking pissed off if I hear some bad Hagler talk.
Oh, you just gotta live by one rule, Matt Chad. It's only boxing, bro.
Right, but still, the boxing is life. And like I say, Bruce, shout out to Marlon Starling, the most underrated boxer I think there is. A guy that I enjoyed to watch. I like he was Bruce. That dude was a legend. You pull up this dude's resume and see who he fought and who he won against. And like I said, he didn't care who the fucking belt was. I want to know who the toughest 130 fucking set. I wanted to know who the baddest welterweight 147 motherfucker was. And shout out to Marlon, Starling, Leon Muhammad, everybody in the chat. He didn't care about the belts. Peter Von Ox, everybody. Bruce, great channel, great chat, great fucking guest. And Bruce, you're my brother, bro. Honestly, right, wrong, or indifferent. Thank you for my understand. You even said, Bad Chad, be nice when you get on here. You kind of knew that I was already fucking sweating and firing.
Well, above all, you must be professional.
Professional, but I can't be.
We got millions and millions of people watching us.
But I can't be. But I can't be. People know that I can't be. That's a trigger warning. Everybody knows by trigger warning. You could talk bad about Usyk. You could talk bad about shit. Hey, it ain't gonna bother me. But just leave fucking Hagler out of it, honestly. Just say, hey, nothing. Just remain silent if you have nothing good to say, honestly, because I don't want to hear that, Bruce. And I'm sorry, Bruce, because I was wrong. Leon's a great dude. He's sharp as a whip, and what a great connection. He loves to talk boxing. I can't wait to get talking boxing with Leon and leave Hagler out of it, because I really feel this man's stories are epic. And I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just a little fired up, Bruce. That's all. And thank you, Bruce, for your understanding and all that, brother. Honestly, I appreciate you so much. Marlon Starling, honestly, what a great epic show, Bruce.
God bless you, Mad Chad.
Peace.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bro, this is what we want to do over here, man. I'm listening to George Coleman in the background as we're going along. In fact, it's George Coleman playing live as we're speaking. I found this site out there. It's called Smalls Live, Smalls Jazz Club in downtown Manhattan. And I don't know if I'm going to get copywritten for it because it's live music that's being played as we speak. And I'm digging on it. I got my Green Dragon tincture up here. Still got a few people in here digging it with me here, man. And my brother Mad Chad, love him, man. He's my brother. Him and I travel. Him and I love boxing. We go. I met Marlon Starling with Mad Chad. Met him in the flesh. I knew Marlon from phone calls and being on panels with him, but dude, he's my brother now. Call him up at 9 o'clock and talk to 45 minutes with him. God bless Marlon Starling. God bless Leon Muhammad. God bless Mad Chad, and God bless all you cats out there, man. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. One more shot of Green Dragon. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Good night. Peace.